We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Switch.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
And we're going 37's the Mike 37. What's the run?
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's get that ball right here. And we're going 37's the Mike 37. Stop your whining.
Now Darnold. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Check, 93's the Mike 93's the Mike. Here we go. Check, 93's the Mike 93's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
17, check, Brunson, check, Brunson. Check, 93's the Mike 93's the Mike. Yeah, you don't want none. Check. He's crashing.
Allen gonna throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Check, 93's the Mike 93's the Mike.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
We got double up, double up. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, oh, come on, oh. Lady, back. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go, young lady. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Red 80. Watch the 80. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill, kill.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
37 is the Mike. Mike 37. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You don't know no better. Hey, check Mike 39.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's make these babies.
Darnold from the red zone now. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check Mike 39.
Now it's Darnold. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
These two teams all tied after one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Coming. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the pass.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Allen now looks to throw. Touchdown, Bills. It's complete. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the time when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, 37's the mic. Mic 37. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Red 80. Twist. Red 80. Jam.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike 22, Mike 20. Tight.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
All right,
From midfield, here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on, Mike 22. I got it.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Yo.
Allen now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got a play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Allen's throw complete here to Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To the air, Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Darnold down to throw. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check.
Here's Darnold. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Rico Gafford, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
No. Off.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Under 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On play action, Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Come on. You better bring it. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got you.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 37. Hey, let's get this. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check. Ready? Check. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 37. Oh, you got deep? And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
A final shot before half for Allen. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and 4.
Regular. Check 93's the Mike. 93's the Mike.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Check.
Allen. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Allen. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen off the play fake. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown, Bills. Darren Waller A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And we're going 37's the mic.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Hey, Tony. All 52. 3 down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Darren Waller with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Yellow lady. Watch the edge. Yellow lady.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35.
All day, baby. Come on.
Touchdown, Packers. Rico Gafford with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Kill.
Yellow lady.
And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
We give them cash, baby. They take it and they eat it up.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got 3. We got 3. Alert! Mike 3. Mike 3.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
All day, defense. All day. All day.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Mike 28. Time to go. Night, night. Mike 28. Mike 28.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and a yard, Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's going to be a long day.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite
56,
well.
56. Check, check, check. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Alert, alert, alert.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 22, Mike 22.
On play action, Allen.
Here we go.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike, Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 22.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Bills are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Mike 6. Let's go, defense. Our time. This our time. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
You don't want? Yo, lady.
Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike 6. Mike 6.
Now Darnold. Out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Tackles.
Mike 28.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. 1, 2, 3.
Mike 28.
Mike 28. Mike 28. I got one.
On 1st down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
70 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
56.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Check Mike 39. Jackson.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Check Mike 39.
Let's go. Let's go, defense.
Hey, check 20.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.